everyone, let's start. My topic is shares. Before I start, I want to introduce myself. I am Javanshir Vayamamedov. Let's begin. Have you ever wondered how a single decision could change your life? Welcome to the world of shares, where fortunes are made in the blink of an eye. Lots of ride through the highs and the lows of the stock market. Central idea: shares are more than just financial instruments. They are opportunities for growth, learning, and participation in the corporate world. Specific purpose: I aim to inform you about what shares are, their investing process, and strategies for making informed decisions. As a medium investor and learning financial analyst, I have navigated all complexities of stock market to provide you with a clear guide. I have done a big research for this topic. Now let's delve into the main and exciting part. To begin with, let's first define the concept of shares. According to thecapital.com, in simple words, shares they represent ownership in a company and a claim on parts of its earnings and assets. Moreover, there are several types of shares, but I will mention only two main ones: equity and preferred shares. Equity shares, they carry voting rights in corporate decisions. They have dividends which fluctuate. They have high risks, therefore high returns in profits through capital appreciation. Preferred shares, they often do not have voting rights. They provide a fixed dividend. In the event of bankruptcy or liquidation, preferred shareholders are paid first, and after then equity shareholders are paid. Now we all understand what shares are, their types, and let's continue with the investing process. We all know that we can buy and sell shares on stock exchanges. About its price fluctuation, you will have a question for me: why does the price of shares increase or decrease? It depends on the supply and demand. The market capitalization, another term, we can calculate it by the formula price of the share multiply the quantity of the share. Now I want to talk about the two famous shares, Coca-Cola and Tesla. The Coca-Cola share was started buying and selling in 1980s, in early 1980s. Until today, its price is approximately $60. And about the Tesla's shares. Tesla's shares began selling in the stock exchange, in the market, actively in 2010. Until now, its price is almost $180. Let's continue. Now that we understand the market and the process of investing, let's delve further into the shares as part of an investment portfolio. Because, as an example, really very interesting example, you have $10,000 and you are the beginner. You started buying shares. You also need to be aware of risks, because if you do not manage risks, if you do not consider them, you can lose all your money. According to the Forbes.com, the term diversification is when you diversify your assets. You do not keep your funds all in one share, like you buy 10 or more shares. So when one share loses 50% its price, the others gain. You do not lose much, or eventually you gain, because your portfolio, like your assets, your shares, are diversified. According to the Corporate Finance Institute, dividend income, it is a very interesting term. Dividend income is the money paid by a company to its shareholders as a distribution of profits. And the term risk, all we know it, and I always try to manage risks. One of the methods is diversification, as I mentioned before, and the most important one is DOR. Do your own research. By this, I mean companies have audits. You can check them, analyze, read those auditors statements, reports. Like they check company fully, like they check every corner, every part of companies, like every transaction, and they find mistakes and tell them publicly. Like they put all the mistakes and write reports. And when you analyze these reports, you make a decision, like to invest to this project or not. About making informed decisions. I have a clear guide for making the informed decisions. For the first beginners, like first define objects, second gather information, then analyze options, consider risks, make a decision, implement that decision like buy or the sell, and then in the process you can review. And that was all.